This is a HeadGum podcast.
Let me record right after you say something funny.
Okay.
Let me hit record right after you say a funny thing.
I don't know that I've said anything funny.
Can you say it again?
No,
Just go ahead.
I'm not going to say it.
Then I'm going to say it, and I'm going to say I came up with that joke.
Okay.
I forgot what you said. Guys, welcome to Dynamic Banter, the podcast.
I like that theme music you just did with your mouth.
Better than the one we have.
Yes.
Mike, I've never heard it.
So that means no one has ever used it.
No, that's definitely not what that means, but you're so annoyed by it.
Yeah.
And I have never heard it.
All it takes is you to hear it one other place, and you'll be as annoyed by it as Mikey.
I don't think that's true. I'm not that much of a curmudgeon about music.
I'm just saying it's our show, so we should have our music.
Equal say in the music.
Sure.
Yeah.
You're just touching stuff over there. Why is that?
I'm touching a lot of stuff.
You gotta chill out.
Well, I'm just making sure our levels are goose.
I think mine's too loud. If I was to...
You really think so?
Yeah.
I think it's just the whole thing that's too loud.
Okay.
Because I'm seeing your levels and I'm seeing my levels and they're hitting the same.
You think we could stretch this into an hour?
Just this type of discussion?
Just the level.
Well, we've talked about less for longer.
Join us on our next podcast.
Less for longer. My name is Jonathan Less, and this is my friend
Pat Longer.
I think I need
One
to
of them's
issue...
campaigning for the other one.
I think I might need to issue a small, calm apology.
To whom?
To anyone who listened to the last episode. Because we talk about bees for so fucking long. I'm sorry. I talk about bees for so fucking long.
Yeah. If
It was longer here. When I listened back, it didn't seem as long as it felt when it was.
yeah, no one experienced that for longer than Owen.
You're right. It was
Because even I liked it for a little while.
I listened to it again and I was like, oh no, this is so much bee talk.
Oh no, too many bees.
Too many bees.
That being said, I think there's even some things that we left out that maybe we could go kind of...
About bees?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Tons. We haven't even talked about bumbles.
I don't know if we
Bumblers.
actually scratched the surface.
No, but you know what? If you do scratch the surface of a bee sting, you're going to release those pheromones that smell like...
Bananas. Yeah. And I learned that.
Yeah.
So
We learned something together because I didn't know that either.
I didn't know most of the things that we were talking about.
Do you think if you smelled a bee sting, it would smell like bananas right away?
No.
So it's just a concentrated amount of those pheromones that smell like bananas, not one sting.
I got to tell you, if I was to put a number on my interest level right now, and if that was out of 10, I don't know that it would hit the dash mark where the 1
You don't
is.
like talking about the possibility of a bee sting smelling like bananas with your friend?
I don't know, 1? One bananas? I don't know.
Mike,
Yeah.
what's going on in your life right now?
So
Exciting
much.
things,
So
huh?
many things. Comic-Con's coming up.
Yeah. You working it?
Doing lots of stand-up. I have a funny time to tell you about.
Okay.
I'm doing stand-up at Comic-Con.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's going to be like live streamed on Twitch and shit like that.
Cool. Where
For
at?
Skybound. Skybound's putting together like a comedy night.
Oh, shit.
I think Elliot's doing it as well.
That's amazing. I love it.
Should be fun. And we get to hang out in San Diego.
Dude, we're going to party.
It's beautiful there. Somebody was like, I can get us into a bunch of parties. And I go to VidCon and playlist and stuff like that. So I know not to go to any of the parties unless actual Hollywood Comic-Con parties are different.
They are different.
How so?
Well, they're different because you don't know every single person in the room. Mm-hmm. There's different people, and that makes it interesting.
Okay.
That's what makes it interesting.
I used to love those parties that you would go to, and especially if you didn't know anybody,
Yes.
you can create some kind of anything you want because you don't fucking know anybody.
Yes. Yes.
And so I'd be looking forward to that.
Yeah, that's nice. And then what else is nice too is I went to a party a couple years ago where like Nick Frost and Simon Pegg and Edgar Wright were hanging out, and like fucking Matt Smith was there. And
Oh,
like,
for 4?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they were like all at like in this vicinity of other people that are just partying, and I was like,
Who are those? What are those people?
oh, you don't know who those people are.
I don't. I'm
Well,
sorry.
Matt Smith he was the doctor, one of the doctors on Doctor Who.
Oh, Doctor
The
Who. I've never seen an episode.
The doctor
of that show.
before Capaldi. And Edgar Wright, Nick Frost, and Simon Pegg are movie stars / writers / directors.
Simon Pegg sounds like he would be famous. That's
Yeah.
a famous name.
Have you ever seen a movie called Shaun of the Dead?
Yes.
That's Simon Pegg, that
Oh,
main
cool.
man.
I just call him Shaun of the Dead no matter what he's in.
Well, it's not his name.
Damn it. Yeah, damn it.
But his name is Simon Pegg.
Okay. Should I call him that next time?
Yes, don't call him Shaun of the Dead.
Shaun of the Dead.
Because I'm sure
Let me get a picture of Shaun.
He probably gets a lot of that.
Oh.
Think about that.
Well, then why would that be?
Because
He's used to it.
Because it's not.
Turn
It's
around.
probably not ideal, right? To be called a character you played in a movie.
People call me Mike. I'm Mike on YouTube. I answer to it.
All right.
Not better than it.
This will clearly not have a resolution.
All right.
I like the parties in San Diego at Comic-Con.
Okay.
They're gonna be fun.
I've grown to hate parties, and now I'm putting my faith in you alone.
I don't hate parties, but I
have. I'm not trying to be
kind
both
of
of us.
dislike I kind of dislike them.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Like I agree. I know where your hatred of parties is coming from,
Mm-hmm.
and I get it fully. But
I
I think
have,
I don't think I'm at a hate yet.
My awareness of sliminess has, I have a strong hold on my awareness of sliminess.
Yeah.
I'm very observant. What is that? I'm very aware of sliminess.
Yeah.
I suppose
You've got a radar.
Yeah.
You can detect. You got a BS detector.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
I
San
get it.
Diego's far enough away from Hollywood.
Well, but
probably.
Hollywood goes to San Diego during Comic-Con.
Yeah. Well, there's cool people everywhere. I'll find them.
Yes. Yes.
Can I tell you fun things about stand-up that have been
Yeah.
happening?
Let me ask you a question though, really quick.
Yeah,
Are you
of course.
going to playlist in DC?
It's still being talked about.
Okay.
I asked them for $1 billion.
And they were like, well,
They were like, maybe we emailed the wrong person. This is Mike Falzone.
because I asked for $2 billion,
Shit.
and they were like, no problem.
No, I would never ask no, I didn't ask them for money. I think I asked them if I could do stand-up there,
That's cool.
and they're still answering.
They're deciding. Mm-hmm. Okay, so good segue into stand-up. So
Yeah.
what's going on?
Dude, so I don't mean to toot my own horn.
Yeah, you can.
I'm going to, though.
Yeah, do it. Because you're a funny man.
I've been good, real good for the past like month and a half. I've been going to shows, and I'm not afraid to say it now because it's changed. But for the past 2 months, I've been on all these shows, thankfully enough, and even if some of the shows have been very good and everyone's been hilarious, or there's been really weird nights where like it's weird and no one's laughing, and it's weird and no one's laughing, and you're coming up pretty soon, and you're waiting there and you're like, fuck, this is gonna be weird. And then you get up there, and I've been getting up there, and the show has turned around.
wow, you've
because
turned the show around.
Sometimes,
That's
recently.
cool. That's nice. That's a good feeling.
It is. Had a weird show the other night.
All right.
Elliot was on it
Yeah.
in North Hollytown.
Heard of him.
Federal
Elliot
Bar.
Smith, right?
Elliot Smith was there. He was singing. None of it was funny.
Right.
But
it sounded amazing. I'm
Elliot
sure.
Morgan, our friend Elliot
Yeah,
Morgan.
yeah. Heard of him.
We were, I don't know if you've ever been to that bar, but we were downstairs.
Which one?
Federal in North Hollywood.
Yeah, I've been there.
It kind of looks like a bank.
Yeah.
And the comedy is usually upstairs, but it was downstairs because they had double booked a party. And it's not a room built for comedy. The ceiling is very high, and everyone's sitting kind of spread out, and the the stage kind of just looks like a podium. It's up about 1.5, 2 feet off of the ground. It's very small. It's about the width and length of this table. If this
Okay.
table were a rectangle.
Okay.
And you
What
were
is
to
this
extend
like?
it. Let's say probably, what is this, like 3.5?
feet?
No, this
Two
is
and a
like
half feet?
3. Let's say it's
This is
3.
like 2 feet.
Okay, add another foot onto that.
2 feet.
It's like 3 by 5, this stage.
Yeah.
And it's high.
This table's like about a 2 by 2 by 2 by 2.
This is about a 9 by about 10,000.
2 feet by 2 feet by 2 feet by 2 feet.
Yeah, so it's not exactly like this table. Bit different than the table.
That's
so
about 2 feet by 2 feet.
I have this
2
show.
feet.
This comedian Jody Miller goes up first. Jody was on like America's Got Talent
Oh,
or
very
something
nice.
like that. She's very good. She got laughs out of these people who are essentially sitting at a restaurant and now have comedy to them.
They went to get dinner, but it turns out there's comedy.
I think some of the people went for comedy, but they were sitting in a dinner-like fashion.
Okay.
So everyone's laughing at Jody, and then I'm up second. And I'm thinking, I went up there with about 12 minutes worth of stuff, because that's what I usually do for this booker.
Right.
And he taps me on the shoulder on my way up there. He's like, you got about 8 minutes. So, which is normally fine. But I had it in my head that I was going to do 5 things, and I was going to go up there, and I'm mad at myself because I wasn't good enough to be like, okay, now these 5 things become these 2 things plus bullshit for however long. So I definitely have the time. And I went up there, and long story short, I tried to put like 12 minutes of shit into a 8-minute bag, and it didn't work out, and I didn't do well. I got laughs. And as we go on, as you compare it to everybody else, I got a good amount of laughs. I came off stage. People were very nice to me. But it wasn't anything like shows from the past month and a half.
Right.
That were like great and applause breaks and all kinds of good things.
Right.
I was not very high on myself. I came off stage and Elliot was like, hey, man, and he can tell we've been doing this long enough together where he's like, you're beating yourself up. So I come off stage. Jody's like, hey, man, very funny. And I was like, thank you for saying that. And Elliot's like immediately tried to talk me down. And he's like, yeah, man, it wasn't, yeah. And I'm just like, I'm taking my water. I'm going to the back of the room until you're done. And then we're out. And I felt bad about myself. Called Zoya.
Really?
Yeah, because
But you've had shows like that.
Absolutely. But normally when you go up and you bomb and you're down on yourself, at least you have a good story afterwards. And coming off the stage, I didn't have a good story. It was like lukewarm. Like people were laughing where they were supposed to laugh,
Oh,
but
so
there
it was
was
just
no big
right
laugh
in
at
the
the end.
middle of bad
Yeah.
and good.
If I'm eating shit, I could stay up there and stand in it and be like, okay, this is funny in itself, and now I'm going to have a good time because it's ridiculous.
Because you're doing it for you at that point.
Right. There were a bunch of things I did wrong, but I don't want to bore you with the things that I did wrong. It was just kind of a shitty night.
Well, what happened?
And
Would you just go too quickly into your segues or something? Or
I
what?
didn't. I did a bunch of. I was trying to fit too much stuff in, and I was also trying to kind of not impress Jody, but do well in front of Jody
Oh, I
because
see.
she books shows, and I think she's very good. So
Right.
you want to be good in front of the people
Sure,
you think are
sure.
very good. And I did, and
Oh, so you had a little too much on your mind.
yeah. And all the other shows have been the opposite of that, which is what has made all of them good.
Right,
Being
right.
like perfectly in the moment and
But
calm
I
and all
think
this
you
shit.
need the shows where there's pressure too.
100%.
Because then and imagine having a bunch of those happen. Then you'd
Yeah.
be prepared for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how you get prepared for that type
And
of show.
funny enough, I have a bunch of those coming up. So this was great because it was
This is
very
like
low
a
stakes.
first test, yeah.
So now we're off me. I'm fine by this point. Still bummed out, but fine. The guy after me goes up there and like eats shit hard. Way worse.
Like, are people booing him?
no
and
one,
stuff?
not booing. They were a very nice crowd. They were just quiet, you know?
Right.
From then on, no one, they laughed at Jody. They laughed at Elliot because Elliot had a longer set, so he had some time to relax and like get into his stuff. They didn't laugh at anybody else. The guy after me ate shit bad. They didn't laugh at one thing he said. It was like awkward and uncomfortable, and the guy was like
shit.
going for it, and it was good. And it was good in the fact that it was horrible.
But did you think it was good comedy?
No, it was not good, and the guy was like clearly shook. But in that, it was fun to watch.
So, do you think that's the type of person that's like testing out something?
No.
Or do you think that's someone who's been doing it for a while and that's just not their crowd?
I think maybe somebody who, and I could be very wrong about this person, which is why I'm not saying names or whatever, but I think maybe hasn't been doing it for super long and hit the panic button and hit the ejector seat, but the roof was still on and kept hitting the ejector seat. So
Okay.
that was bad.
Okay.
2 guys after him, somebody goes up and gets like lukewarm again. And then at the end, everyone was very nice to each other. The crowd was very nice, but they weren't laughing. And none of the comics went at the audience. Everyone ended their set with, hey, thanks, guys. Thanks for listening.
Okay.
I did my best. Sorry. Everyone, right?
It's like you guys are doing a USO show.
It's
where
like
you're
we
just
interrupted dinner and we feel bad about it.
Yeah.
So this fucking dude, he has a bunch of good jokes, but mediocre reaction. And then at the end, he's like, all right, guys, thanks. You know, thanks. You were nice. He falls off the back of the stage.
Bullshit. Bullshit.
And the
No.
stage is like 2 feet. And like either at this point, everyone like gasps or everyone laughs. But it was such a weird, shitty, quiet night that no one did anything. And it just kind of echoed for a second, and everybody else was like, yeah, that probably would happen tonight.
You've got to be fucking kidding me. Like it was the Bermuda Triangle of comedy shows?
Dude fell off the back of the stage doing the like exchange with the host where you shake hands.
Holy shit.
It was so, and then after that, I'm like, I didn't do so bad tonight.
Wow,
Yeah.
Mike.
Yeah.
That wasn't Elliot. Elliot didn't fall. Did
No. Elliot is very aware spatially.
he? Did Elliot see the fall?
Oh yeah.
Did anybody get it on film?
Yes. Without a doubt. There is a guy, his name is Sam Sarrow. He has a very nice Instagram account. If you want to follow him, he always takes pictures of us and shit like that. And will film sets. And he most definitely filmed the set with a Canon 60D. So there is HD footage of this young man falling off the stage somewhere.
Do you think
For
it's
$30
worth,
you could probably get it.
Do you think it's worth pursuing to get footage of it because of, or do you think it's one of those things where like it's just a funny fall, but what made it so funny was the buildup of that night?
I think you would. It's always going to be kind of a funny fall, mostly because he didn't get hurt.
Right.
Zoya loses her shit when people fall down.
Yeah, it's funny.
To the nth degree.
That's
more
like the
than
height of
anyone I've
comedy
ever-
to her when people
Yes.
fall.
With like crying tears as soon as it happens.
Are you
It goes
serious?
from nothing to tears. She's on the ground in tears.
Wow. She's
so
like one of the weasels from Roger Rabbit.
Yes. That being That
Careful.
being said,
Don't let her die. If you laugh too hard, you die when you're a weasel.
we're still all right. That being said, it was the fact that the night was so weird.
Oh, she didn't laugh?
No. She wasn't there.
Oh.
I'm
but
saying that if you just saw that, it would be funny.
Sure.
But if in context with the rest of the night and with the crowd reaction of like, yeah, the crowd, there were like 50 people there, and collectively 50 people went, oh yeah, the guy who falls. The guy who falls us now.
Like they were like, this was what was next.
Yeah. The comedy is already so, somebody might as well fall off the, oh, there he goes.
Everything's so awkward and weird.
Yes.
They might as well something clumsy and strange happen next.
To offset it a little bit. So that's what's been
Comedy
going on
world,
with me.
The stand-up comedy world is different to me.
Yeah.
It's definitely higher pressure than what I'm used to.
It's as much pressure as you put on yourself.
I guess so. I tried it, and I felt like I wasn't very good. But then people were like, "You did great. You did good." But that
Your
doesn't
friends?
matter.
Your
Yeah,
friends always say that.
You're right. You're right. But I think it was like, I don't know. I maybe I would like. I want to do it. I want to keep doing it.
Yeah.
I'd like.
You don't do good.
What?
I tell you when you don't do good.
Owen
That's
does
true.
seem
Owen
like
does
the
tell me
friend.
when I don't do good.
That's
the
so
only
important.
thing that's helpful. And he knows I'm not being hurtful, and I'm not worried about hurting his confidence.
Right, we have an
Right.
understanding as good friends.
You should probably repeat that into the mic so that
Well,
people,
oh,
because
yeah.
that was important. It's an important like older friend thing
Yes.
that younger friends don't get because
Yes.
all people from like the time you're from the time you're 13 to the time you're like 25, all you want to do is not hurt your friends' feelings really and truly.
Yeah, because
But as
you're
a
trying to build a
30-year-old
frienddship.
right?
Yeah.
Right.
You're right. By the time
Also,
you
I
get,
have to get what?
if you've been friends for 10 years or whatever, by the time you're in your 30s, you're adults that should be able to have adult discussions and not blow smoke up each other's asses. Yeah. And I think so. What Owen was saying is that, you know, he'll say if I didn't do something, if something I did wasn't funny or it didn't work or whatever, and I'll be very candid with him as well about his stuff because
you both want to be good at what you're doing.
yeah, and it's important to kind of have that relationship with at least someone.
Oh God, yeah.
Because, you know, and maybe have an understanding with a friend or something. Talk to a friend and be like, hey, let's be each other's like truth teller friends.
Meet up for an understanding every once in a while.
Yeah, let's be the friends that like we never take it too personally, and we just decide together that when something's wrong or fucked up or not right, we, no matter how close we are, no matter how much we don't want to hurt each other's feelings, you know, it maybe we're the friends that talk to each other.
Yeah. Also, I would go as far as to say, always hang out with people who you think are better than you at what you do.
Yeah,
You know?
because that's also part of growth.
Yeah.
If you hang out with a bunch of people that are exactly like you in every way, you're
Or
not
worse.
really progressing.
Yeah.
Yeah, or worse. Yeah, because then you have like bad influences and
Also, don't hang out with people who are too bad at what you do, because then it's like you got to listen to their horse shit. Like if you're hanging out with a bunch of friends in a bad band, you got to listen
Right.
to that band 1,000 times. I don't care if they give to charity.
and you have to
got
say
a
they're
bad
good.
band. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll come to your show. I know you need 15 people. I'm
Yeah.
one.
But what if someone's so nice? What if you meet someone and they're the nicest person in the world and their friendship is very valuable and you're like, I'm 30. This is a friend worth keeping around now because I don't have much time left on the planet before I die. I'll give this guy my time.
Is that guy in a bad band?
What if he's in a bad band?
Nah.
Then you don't even attempt to be friends with
There's
him?
too many good people in the world who are also good at stuff by the time you're 30.
Wow.
You know, if you're 13,
That's harsh,
If
bro.
you shut up, if you're 13 and you got a friend in a shitty band, be that guy's friend, because he's probably not going to play music for the rest of his life, and you're not going to have to go to those shows. If you're 30 and you're just meeting somebody and they're in a shitty band, fuck that guy.
What if he's learning? What if he's learning, Mike?
Is he just started learning?
Yeah.
Oh, that's fine. Go support him. Go support your friend. Why you being a dick?
There's so many rules. So you're saying that like if they've been in a band for like 10 years,
If your friend,
and it's a bad band, and they're a good person, and someone you'd want to have as a friend, you wouldn't even bother.
if you know a doctor, right?
Yeah.
You're both 35.
Yeah.
Happy birthday. And you know a doctor, and he goes into one of those School of Rocks on his spare time. And then he has a show on the weekend where he and 75 of his friends play songs from the Eagles. Go see your friend. 100%.
I didn't know where that was going.
I knew exactly where it was going from the start.
You could have gotten me with don't be that guy's friend.
No, why would you not be that guy's friend?
Get it, man.
If you ever
I just
got-
like I just
He's 35 and he's like, we're going to be on MTV pretty soon. And he just started. He's in a bad band. Or no, if he's been playing forever and he's in a bad band, that's no good.
But just tell him, like, I can't come see your band because I think you're in a bad band.
You could. Or you could just not be his friend.
Or you could count how many friends you have and make a decision because you're 30 and you won't have much time with them anyway.
If you got to your second hand when you're counting your friends, you could lose one.
You can lose one. And you can block one from being a new friend.
If you got 9 friends, you could lose one.
But you should share that friend
Yeah, give them to somebody else.
before you give it up.
Find somebody who doesn't mind shitty music
What if there was
and
like
give that friend to them.
What if there was like a sketch where like this guy is like, he's like, hey man, you're my good friend. Let's go hang out as friends. Let's fucking hang out. They've known each other for years.
Okay.
And then they go to this, like, you know, they go to a restaurant or something, and there's another friend there invited that your friend didn't know was coming. And then you're like, hey man, meet my friend Jake. Have you met Jake?
So one friend knew Jake was coming? Someone's kind of like a friend
knew Jake was
ambush?
coming.
Okay.
But your other friend didn't.
So now I'm introducing Jake to
You're
other
introducing
friend.
Jake to this guy, and then that guy goes, oh shit, you're exchanging me, aren't you? This is a switcheroo.
Is it because of
You're
my last
switching
album?
me up.
You guys,
What?
new high score, level 24.
Jesus Christ. Owen got to level 24 on
You-
Tetris.
You've come a long way from not saying shit on this podcast.
Hey, Owen, you're my good friend, so I'm going to tell you this. Nobody gives a shit.
Hey, Owen, fuck your high score, dude. Hey, Owen, I just went from 9 to 8 because of your fucking high score.
Oh, shit. You're going to have to switch him out. You're going to have to take Owen to another friend.
Hey, Owen, this is Jake. Oh, shit. Owen goes, oh, shit.
You're switching me out. You're switching me out, man,
Fuck.
after all these years.
Is this because of the Tetris thing?
Dude, I'm so loyal to you. Is this it? You're pawning me off on Jake?
Anyway, guys, it's super loud in here.
I gotta go because I've got a 7 a.m. So you guys have great time funds.
You're dropping this guy off at 6 a.m. I gotta go. I got a great night's sleep last night. I don't want to waste any more of this on you guys.
I think, not to be like a braggart, but I think I have too many friends.
Okay. I think a lot of people like you.
Yeah. Yeah, there are a lot of people that like me. I appreciate
You're
that.
too instantly likable.
I need to stop being
Yeah.
likable.
You know what I have going for me? I think
What?
people are skeptical of me when they see me.
Well, I was thinking of
I
growing
look
my
like a
hair
bag of
out.
trash.
That's my thing. I was thinking of growing my hair out and see if that'll knock down some potential friends.
Hey, do you like this? No? All right. All right.
Mike, if I grew my hair out long,
Yeah.
would it be too much for us as friends?
We can't hang out.
Because I thought about that with my buddy Zach, too. I hang out with this guy, Zach, who also is just the redheaded version of
Yeah,
me.
I've seen his picture.
Yeah, Zach. He's great. I was like, man, I want to grow my hair out. I was thinking about growing my hair out again. I used to have long hair. I did it for a little while.
You had like Jack Blackhead.
No, I had even longer than that.
I would love to see that.
Yeah, yeah.
I think you should do it.
But like I have too many friends that look exactly like that. Like the only thing separating me from you is a pair of glasses. And the only thing separating
I promise to eat carrots every day if you grow your hair.
I'll get you a subscription to some contact lens company. Send you some contact lenses.
Get sponsored.
But then I thought about how funny it would be to look even more like your friends.
Yeah, we could go to stuff for each other if you want.
Yeah, we can truly fool people. Oh boy.
I would like that. I'd pay to see it.
I'll consider it.
Okay.
Right now I have a show on Comic-Con HQ.
Plug
by
it.
the way. Well, yeah, I'd love to plug it. Are you guys watching it? I don't even know.
I'm not because I still don't know how.
Well, you go to comic-con
Slow down.
HQ.com.
Yeah. Yes.
And then you sign up there. I believe there will be like a monthly subscription price, but for now it's free.
Oh, it's free?
It's free.
I didn't know that. How
Get
many
your free
shows
on.
are on now?
I believe we just put up episode 5.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Have you been enjoying yourself?
Yeah. I mean, I love it.
Are you having the time of your life?
I'm having the time of my life.
Good.
It's like I'm on a TV show.
Yeah.
And it feels like that in every way. There's like a little audience of crew people that are there that are like laughing, and
Good. You got that feedback.
there's a big crew, and there's like the set's really fancy, and everybody's like professional and fun, and everybody there's great.
Good. I thought there was so much more. And that'll about do it for Come
That'll
Gunning.
about do it. No, Kevin Pereira is like the producer, basically, of
sounds
this whole
familiar.
thing. He was a host on Attack of the Show on G4.
Okay.
He's a super awesome guy, and he and I work together and talk about the show and talk about ways of making it better. And but I love doing it, man. It's like it really is like a John Oliver type show where I'm the host. So it's like a
About
little
nerdy
weird
stuff?
about nerdy stuff. Yeah,
Can I suggest something that would make it better right off the bat?
sure.
If you can get an app that you could watch on a TV, because I don't like watching things.
Well, guess what?
what?
It's coming to like Roku and like
Xbox One.
yeah, and stuff like that
Awesome.
soon.
Big
so-
fan of the Roku, by the way. When
Roku's
I go
great.
to my parents' house, they have one, and
Yeah.
that's what I watch.
It's great.
That's good shit.
It's like a non-proprietary version of Apple's streaming thing.
Very small, very cheap.
And dude, Google Chrome is another one. That's
Google
like
Chrome?
Is that what it's called? Chrome? Chromecast.
Okay.
The Chromecast. That's another cool piece of technology.
So I just want that, and Fight TV are apps that I want on a television-based.
Everything's heading to the future, Mike. One day you'll have it.
I also don't have Apple TV, so it may also be an Xbox limitation, as it were.
Every time I go to an Apple store to get like something that broke and I need to replace it, or
Yeah.
like go buy a new thing, maybe like a new case for my phone or something.
Yeah.
I always go to the Apple TV and go like, man, maybe I want an Apple. Man, I want an Apple TV. I think I want an Apple TV. And I'm like looking at it, and I talk to one of the Genius Bar guys that works there, and I go, sell me on this Apple TV. Tell me why I need Apple TV. And they talk about it, and it gets me all excited and pumped up. And then I realize I have like 7 devices over
That do
there
the same
that do
thing.
the exact same thing.
Yeah.
And then I go like,
Nah.
maybe not. And then I walk away. And then
How
I do
many
it
times
again.
have you done that?
Maybe like once a month.
Since it's come out.
Since it's come out. For 6 years. Once a month I think about getting a
Tell
Apple
me,
TV.
hey you. What's your name? George?
Yeah?
Come here. Sell me on this
here
Apple
we go.
TV.
He's doing the Apple TV thing again.
Come on.
Here we go.
I think this is it.
I don't think you want it, Mr. Zaragoza.
Why
I don't
is
think
that?
You want it.
Why
Because
is
you
that?
decide not to get it every month.
It's a new month.
Well, there's plenty of streaming options. You can whatever you buy on iTunes. You can stream directly to your TV.
Yeah.
You can stream your apps on your phone. There's even storage for DVR-like services where you can save some of your favorite movies.
So
and
you can
shows.
save movies, shows.
Yeah.
Go
Apps.
on. Keep going.
I've told you this so many times.
And again?
There's an HDMI output. It's very easy to connect it to your amps or your sound systems. or
Gotta
your
have the
video
sound,
switchers.
baby.
You can use your phone as a remote control.
Yeah, like that.
Uh,
And more. And some more.
it comes in
A lot of apps.
80 gigs or 120 gigs.
Ooh.
A lot of apps pre-installed.
Different
HBO
channels.
HBO Go, Amazon Prime.
I got HBO Go on my PlayStation. I have like
It's
Netflix.
got ESPN and
Netflix.
it's got Netflix.
Yeah. You know, it sounds like get a lot of this done on my PlayStation already.
Yep.
So I don't know about this time, but is there like an update coming out?
There might be a new one. They just put a new one out.
See you
so-
next month.
Yeah, I'll see ya. I quit.
That was
That guy would
my
wanna
that
quit.
was my you impression at the Apple Store.
It's pretty good.
How accurate?
It's pretty accurate.
Have you said those things?
People who were listening to this weren't sure who was talking. while they were listening to that.
You sound like you're wearing glasses.
Yeah, I don't need it. I don't need the Apple TV.
Yeah. You know what we did? I thought I was going to get like another small HD TV and an Apple TV device for the bedroom, but then I just got a new desktop, upgraded my desktop, kept the old desktop for the bedroom TV
Oh, that's cool.
instead of buying things.
So it's like a computer you use as your TV?
Yeah, a computer that I've had for like 7, 8 years.
And you just use like the Netflix app or something,
Yep.
and then there you go.
I just open up Netflix
on the browser.
Yeah,
That's cool.
that's it.
Do you have a way to like control it from your bed though?
Yeah, I throw shit
And that'll click a mouse
at
button
it.
for you?
Yeah.
Okay.
And sometimes I
I
knock it off the dresser and
I was really happy about this thing that you might be interested in, Mike. I got like a little Bluetooth, or actually it's more like a IR like remote control
okay.
type thing where you plug in like a little IR receiver into your USB port on your computer.
I don't
and then
know what that
with
means
the,
so far. IR.
It's like infrared, like remote controls. Old remote controls
Yeah.
would have that thing on the top, that little clear box on the top, and there would be like this little diode in there or something,
Yes.
and it would send like a little signal. That's basically what an IR emitter is.
Okay.
So picture like an IR emitter with a little USB port on the back of it, and you just shove that into your computer. And then you plug your computer into like a TV via HDMI or something, and then you have this little like box, this little remote with like a touchpad on it,
That's fun.
and you can just control your computer from like anywhere in your room. You can sit on a couch, you can go to your bed, you can control the whole computer with this little keypad.
So it shows you what's on your computer on this keypad?
Well, no, on the computer needs to be plugged into a TV. Or actually, you don't even need the TV. You don't even need it to be plugged into a TV if your computer's big enough. Like for
Hold on.
you,
Could we pause right here?
Yes.
I feel like this is going to be one of those things that I can't picture right now, and it's going to make me feel real stupid, but I'm going to ask a lot of questions about it. And then listening back to the podcast, I'm going to be like, oh, yeah, got it the first time. The rest of those 25 minutes weren't anything.
well, listen, there might be people listening to this that are like curious and have the same questions.
All of the people who you think that are not just went, nope.
And they're like, just lost some friends.
And also, they hate the next 25 minutes of this podcast.
So, okay, you're using a computer in your bedroom as your TV, right?
I'm picturing a ticker counting down right now. It was at 10,000.
There's someone turning on their FM band on their radio just because it's radio time.
Why didn't you just say you have a remote control for your computer?
Is that what it is?
Because I'm trying to explain to him
I
what
want
it
to
is.
visualize it. I still don't know what the fuck that means.
So, like, you've got your computer in your bedroom,
Yes. It's
And-
being shown on a TV,
right?
and you can control what's happening up there via
The
this
remote.
touchscreen
Yes.
thing. I feel like that would be frustrating.
It's not. I mean, well, it's a little frustrating because the touchpad isn't as like quick as like a mouse or like using the touchpad on your MacBook or something.
Right, but if you're just using it to like watch a movie or something, I immediately think about like moving files and shit like that.
yeah, moving files is a little frustrating.
Okay, so I'm visualizing what you're saying perfectly.
Yeah.
Because it's frustrating.
But
me.
like opening up a browser and typing in Netflix and then
Yeah.
typing in a movie, that's all easy because it's on a little pad.
Well,
keypad.
now it just sounds fun.
Yeah,
And that
and
didn't
you'd be
take
able to
25
control
minutes.
it from your bed.
Great.
Consider it. I use it here at the house and I love it.
Good. What do you got going?
Well, I've got a big Comic-Con coming up too, Mike.
What are you doing there? You
I'm
keep
busy.
saying like you're doing all kinds of things and you're not going to get to enjoy it.
I'm so busy.
Tired Macho Man Ghost.
Boo, boo, boo. Elizabeth, I said boo.
I would lift.
I'm Elizabeth, gonna be busy during San Diego Comic-Con. Boo.
Gotta keep up appearances.
I'm busy.
What do you
really busy every single day.
How many things that you're doing and have live show in the title?
They're all live. It's all live the whole
Do
time.
you notice that is like the biggest thing now?
Live shows?
Live things.
Well, especially at Comic-Con. Comic-Con is like, have you ever been? Oh yeah, you said you went,
Once.
but you didn't go into the exhibit hall or anything
Right.
like that.
Right.
It's very busy. It's a very busy time. There's like every major studio has some sort of like outdoor thing, an indoor thing, and like they've all got, what are we looking at here?
My friend's in a restaurant with Cranston right now in Texas.
That's Bryan Cranston?
That's cool.
He looks like the dad from Malcolm in the Middle.
That's creepy though. Tell your friend not to take photos of celebrities while they're eating without
there's
them knowing.
no way he did that. First of all, there's no way he doesn't know because celebrities are people who have perception skills.
Yeah.
There's no way. I've had people like at VidCon and places where people are fooled into thinking that we're celebrities
Yes.
try to like sneak a picture, and I always know because I'm a person.
Right.
who notices
right,
things.
right. I was walking around the Glendale area yesterday with some friends, and this photo was taken of me, and I was tagged in it.
That's like a good like. I'm gonna stop and set up and make sure I got the rule of thirds going.
That's like everyone pose for this photo really quick. Look, I can share it, I guess. Should I just say who the user is so they can go look at it? I feel bad
I
now
don't
because
know.
I'm putting this person on blast.
I've never been in this situation before.
Well, look. It's a little weird.
You were talking to me about VidCon. And
It's
all
a
the things
little
that
bit weird.
or Comic-Con.
Oh, and look at this picture and tell me what you think about this. This was taken without my knowledge.
It could be an album cover. That's how like well.
I
put
did not
together
know
it is.
this photo was being taken
Who are you with?
with Trisha and Anthony Carboni.
So it's them walking away.
But it's like so close. We're so close
That's
together.
if you were to describe the feeling of this photo in one word, it would be close.
Too close. Too close. I'm not. Look, if you want to take a picture with me, then
Yeah.
just ask. 100%
But
every
if you
time.
want to take a picture of him, don't ask.
If you want to take a picture of me, please also ask. If possible. Because I'm scared of this picture.
Okay.
But like, it's not that bad. It's like whatever. I know it wasn't a dangerous person and whatever. It's just
There was a next picture that was closer and the next one that was even closer.
I want one of me asleep in my bed on that through like blurry through blinds.
Or not blurry from the foot of your bed.
Like in my room, night vision.
Under the covers with Bay.
Look, I'm okay with this. I really am. But like, it's just funny to me how close to me they are.
Owen liked Under the Covers with Bay more than you did.
Anyway,
You're doing a lot of
busy,
Comic-Con.
very busy. At
All of
Comic-Con.
it's live.
Yeah, every day is going to be a live stage, something where it's like me and Allison Hayslip, who was also a host at G4. We're going to be hosting like a live Comic-Con HQ stage program.
Are you interviewing people? That kind of thing?
Interviewing people and cutting to segments and stuff. But yeah, I think we'll get like the cast of Star Trek and talk to them and stuff. And
You know what's funny? It's like at VidCon, Elliot and Lee were like the hosts
Yeah,
of the live
yeah.
show. And you're like the bizarro nerd version
you're right
of that.
Yeah, I'm doing the Comic-Con version of it, which is similar.
Yeah.
That's
Which
strange.
it all makes sense. Both
does.
of you are perfect for those
Yeah,
those two things.
we really are.
I couldn't picture either of you switching. Imagine that.
No, I would not want to be able to. I would not want to do the VidCon stuff. I don't think I could do it without like joking about really crass stuff.
Yeah. Which I would love to see. I'm sure everyone would love to
I
see
would
it.
not be invited back to
No,
VidCon.
it would be
after
the
that.
last year of VidCon for a bunch of reasons.
Yeah, but I'm doing that 5 hours a day.
Holy shit.
every day,
Damn.
starting Thursday to Sunday.
Well, thanks B for jobs.
Yeah,
You know?
it's nice. It's a nice job, but it's like it's gonna make this Comic-Con very busy
Yeah.
to the point where like I don't think I'll even be able to check out the show floor, which I love to do.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm a little bit bummed out about that. But if you guys are going to Comic-Con, if anybody listening to this is going to Comic-Con, I would love to see you guys come to that live thing and cheer me on and stuff. It'll make me a little bit happier.
For 5 hours a day.
For 5 hours. Don't leave.
Don't stop cheering.
I'm excited to work with Allison, though. I've never worked with her before. And
She nice?
Yeah, she's nice. And she's cool. And she's been in the hosting world a lot longer than I have.
Mm-hmm.
So she's going to definitely be doing a better job than me. and
That's
carrying
good. You
it.
follow the lead.
I will follow her lead. Yeah. You know what's funny? Allison actually, when she was a G4 host, interviewed me as the Ewok in the Ewok costume before I was a SourceFed host.
Yeah.
Yeah, at Comic-Con. Isn't that weird?
G4 was TV.
Yeah,
Right? Is
yeah.
that not?
G4
anymore?
dissolved and became like Esquire Network or something, or
That seems very different.
yeah.
I used to love that. When I
G4
used
was
to
cool,
Watch
man.
TV.
Yeah, it was like
Which was
American
years
Ninja
ago.
Warrior was on there, and like,
Yeah.
they had a bunch of other cool stuff.
Did they have the Japanese game?
Yeah,
shows?
they totally did.
I used to watch that in college all the time.
Yeah, that was a good channel.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's weird that like Allison was like interviewing me and now I'm working with her.
Yeah,
it's very
that's fucking
bizarre. It's bizarre.
Check this out. I'm shooting like 2 pilot type things, and then I guess Skybound is sending them off to people to see if anybody has any interest or whatever.
That's awesome.
One's an unboxing thing, which makes me a little bit nervous because I don't know a ton about everything that I'm opening.
Oh,
I
man,
can only
that's
be
so
excited
funny.
about stuff because I like
Right.
toys and shit like that.
Right.
And then one is like an unboxing of like old games or some shit.
Oh, that's cool.
And playing games that no one's played since like the 60s or whatever.
like,
Hopefully Kerplunk.
like card games and board games and stuff.
Yeah, like board games.
that's
I think.
cool.
Yeah.
I would love
I'm
to be
very
on that
excited
show if
about
you
it.
get it, if it happens.
If it happens, you can't see it, but I'm raising my glass as if to say like, hey, yes.
If it happens, yes.
If it happens, hey, yes. You're if I have any say in it, you're one of the top you'll be in the first show. I was gonna say top 3, and then I was like, who can I realistically put before that? And I couldn't think of anyone. So
Well, that makes
you're
me
the
feel a
first
little
guest.
nicer. That makes me feel a little nicer.
You didn't like the glass raising thing?
I liked it, but it wasn't very clear.
It wasn't a
What you
a
were
verbal
saying.
yes. I wanted to say yes, but I didn't want to be boring about it.
Okay,
'Cause
you
I
want to have a
started
little
boring
fun with
myself.
it. I liked it.
So I said yes the way they say yes on
Well,
like
I
Game
can
of Thrones.
listen. I will never. I will always reward creativity,
Thank you. I tried real hard.
and that's my thing.
yeah.
Uh,
Speaking of which,
yes.
I'm in this contest
Oh, you the wrestling thing.
that I haven't heard any.
Okay, you need to
me
tell
what you
the
think.
audience all about it.
So there's this. Anyone could have done it. Wednesday was the last day, so it's over now.
Okay, I was
It
gonna say, watch out. You got some competition heading.
I would
towards
love
you if you're-
competition.
Okay.
It was a very short window, though. It was if you go to rockthepromo.com, Dwayne The Rock Johnson, who just signed up for YouTube, I guess. He has
Yeah,
a YouTube
he
channel.
became-
I don't know
yeah, he
why.
started a YouTube
he
channel.
thinks he needs a YouTube channel. He's like, man, I really got to get out there.
Someone must have told him like the digital world's where it's at right
Brian
now.
Lieberman told him that he needs a YouTube channel. And The Rock was like, yeah, I guess.
It is like a Studio 71 thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So basically, the thing is like you make up your own wrestling persona and you cut a 45-second promo at The Rock, telling him why you're going to win this contest tournament, and
What do you get if you win?
you get to meet the fucking Rock,
That's cool.
which is enough.
That's really cool.
And then
that's
you
it.
get-
That's all you had to say.
a custom Rock championship belt.
No way.
And if I had that, I wouldn't wear anything but that forever and always.
well, you'd be arrested if that's all you're wearing.
Would they let me keep the belt in jail?
No.
Well, then I got to be careful.
You should wear underwear.
I'm not gonna do it.
You should put on some pants.
Or tights.
You can wear tights, yeah. That's really cool. What a cool prize.
But I entered it, okay? And I was so excited, and I cut my thing as my friend Wrestling Fred cut it, okay? Because you got to keep them separate.
Sure.
And but there was music in the background, and I was so excited to enter that I maybe didn't understand or not understand, listen to the rules at all. And you just couldn't put music in the back. So I got an email saying, we watched your thing and we really like it, but there's music in the back. Can you resubmit before the contest is over? And then I lost my mind.
They asked you to redo it?
Yeah. So then I went.
That's lightning in a bottle doing again.
That's okay. It's all I love. So I went to this pro wrestling school that my friend Hobo teaches at. Right?
Hobo.
Who he's the boxcar Hobo for Pro Wrestling Hollywood. He's one of the tag team champions right now. He trains people.
Wow, this
very
is a
close
world
to
I
my
don't
house.
understand, but that's cool.
That's okay. Everyone's nerdy about something.
Yeah, I love that.
This is mine.
I'm going to
This is
do
my
an
one and
episode
only.
of Mostly Harmless about that.
Awesome.
About how everybody nerds everything.
Yeah, that's true.
Nerds out
Everybody
about
has something. Even the people who make fun of me for watching wrestling love like fucking Real Housewives of whatever, and it's no different.
And the jocks and stuff love sports, and sports has fantasy football and stuff, which is like D&D.
Yeah, also, they'll fucking never be on TV doing sports ever, but they love it so much.
But
And they dress up like the
their
sportsmans.
favorite sports players.
Yeah. I used to love sports.
There's 100 Michael Jordans walking around out there wearing jerseys
Michael
that say Michael
Johnsons.
Jordans. Michael Johnson.
There's 100 track stars out there.
There's a bunch of my Magic Daniels out there.
Magic McDaniels. So anyway, I went to this wrestling school. I did another video. I lit it real good from like inside a ring.
Oh shit! So you
inside
went full...
inside a grungy wrestling school ring.
Can I watch it?
Yeah, you want to watch it right now?
Yeah.
Will you have an audible reaction to it?
Yeah, of
Oh
course.
fuck! But I don't want like.
Oh, okay. Well, let's
the
watch it
audio to
after
be
the
out there.
podcast.
Yeah. I already tried to put it on my Instagram, and my contact was like, "Nah, don't do that." But I
Okay.
want to share it. Also,
You're gonna share it eventually. For the audience, it's like shit. We want to see it too. Like you'll
Yeah.
share it eventually.
there are to wet your whistle. Most people don't like it, especially if you don't like wrestling. You're not gonna. Well, you really don't need to know anything about wrestling.
I was gonna say you don't
But-
think I'm gonna like it?
No. I think I have this
'Cause I'm
built
sure
in.
it's funny,
I have this
right?
built-in thing that people aren't gonna like it because it has to do
Oh,
with
okay.
wrestling.
Okay. Right. So you're insecure about the wrestling aspect.
When something even looks like wrestling, most
Tune out.
yeah, right away. But you can go on my YouTube, which is just Mike Falzone, and look up Wrestling Fred, and there are like 3
Oh,
episodes.
so you've done this character before.
Yeah, but this is all different, and I kind of want to do one tonight or tomorrow.
Is it a comedy bit?
Yeah.
Then I can't wait. I'm excited. I don't care if it's
Good.
wrestling or not. I
I
can't
hope
wait.
that you enjoy it. Let me know what you think.
That's so cool, man.
Elliot loves it.
Yeah.
Elliot
Then I'm
loves
gonna
Wrestling
love it.
Fred because it's so weird.
Oh, I can't wait.
You love weird shit.
I love weird shit.
I was
That's my
talking to
favorite
somebody about
shit.
Tim and Eric stuff, and I'm not real well versed on Tim and Eric stuff, but I
man.
know that you like it.
Yeah.
So I knew that this person I was talking to would like your stuff, and I sent them. What's that guy who's like Gregory idioms? I sent him.
Oh, the idioms guide. Yeah.
Right.
That's fun. Thank you for doing that.
Hey, no problem.
I appreciate that.
I sent many people Dave and Ross as well.
I appreciate it.
Good.
I'm excited about this wrestling thing, man. I think that's going to be fun.
It's gonna be fun.
I
it's
hope you get to
already
meet The
fun.
Rock.
Even if it goes no further, it's the most fun thing to do. To dress up like a wrestler and to yell at a camera, to yell nonsense at a camera.
If you want to develop that into something else, I'd love to come on as a character too.
Yeah.
As a wrestling character.
I've already made Zoya a part of it. You could see in 2 of the episodes. So essentially, Wrestling Fred is just renting space at a public access TV station.
Right.
And she's like the person who rents the space. And she insists
Oh, so
on
she's like the landlord or something.
Yes, and she insists on like introing the shows. So she's like very Staten Island woman named Tina or Gina.
Oh, I
or
love
whatever
it.
is.
Love it.
And she introduces me, and then at the end of the episode, she comes on. She kicks me out because I've gone over my time.
Right.
And so she is already like, listen, if you're gonna start doing that shit again, like
She wants to get back in as the
she's
character.
right. So
Love
you
it.
could absolutely be in it.
I'd love it.
Yeah,
I'd love to be a create a wrestling persona. That's fun.
it's fun. Can you yell? That's
No,
really all. it
I'm
takes.
actually unable to yell. All right. Well, I think it's time for some History Road.
Okay.
How do you feel about that?
I feel the same.
Namaste. How do you feel about that?
I'm wondering how this is gonna hit me. You know,
What do you
because
mean?
it's like sometimes I just like listening to them, and sometimes I like interacting with them.
Yeah.
And I don't know if anybody else notices that.
I notice it and I love it.
I love when you interact. I love when you don't.
I love when you don't interact.
You know, either one or don't or whatever. Don't.
All right. Yeah, either one. Don't do it or just don't. I love it when you do it, Mike. I hope you do.
When you're trying to invite a bunch of your friends out, but then the one friend you don't want to come out hears it. Like, we're probably gonna go to that bar, but like, I don't know. Not all of us. Like,
We're probably not going to be there very long.
I'm gonna go, but I'm not probably for like one drink.
I'm
and
not
then-
going to be there very long at all.
And then you don't, and then Jeff's gonna go. Don't go.
All
Don't,
right.
and then I'll show up, but I'm probably gonna take off. Don't come.
Okay. Are you ready, Mike?
Yep.
So, guys, for those of you that don't know what the fuck's going on, we're doing this thing called History Road, which is a segment on the show that was created in the first episode. And accidentally. And I think what people have been doing is they've been sending in their own little stories that they've written, which I guess there's a very loose and strange and vague connection to the idea of History Road and these stories.
It's not unlike Cloverfield.
Yeah, but like I would prefer it if these stories were real and it was actual like memory lane style stories.
I would prefer that too, but do you think that's gonna happen now?
Definitely not.
So
We've already set a precedent. And also, I think we're on track to get a commentarium up soon, right?
yes. Also, can I say these have been too weird?
The History Roads?
Yes.
Yeah, they're really weird. Yeah. Yeah, they are.
Okay, good.
Small observation.
That's just my one note. Is that these stories?
That's just an observation from Mike that they're too weird. He was shaking his hands in the air right now. He says these stories are. That's shaking his hands a lot. Like someone who's refusing a slice of cake. Oh, no. I couldn't eat another bite.
I don't know.
No, thank you. No. Don't get up.
What's that cake? Not in the. I have big dinner.
So I think we're gearing up for a commentarium.
Yeah.
When will we do it though?
Is next week Comic-Con?
Yes.
So it would have to be either,
Like after that or the week after that?
and this is not delving into either of our schedules, and we don't have to do that now, right? This is either Sunday night or Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday night. I'm there for the first time on Thursday. When are you getting there?
Wednesday, early Wednesday.
Okay, so either Sunday, Monday, or Tuesday night, I would say.
But we can do that while we're at Comic-Con?
No, when are you there, man?
Oh, you're talking about when we're back.
No, before we go.
Oh, well, yeah, I'll be around Monday, Tuesday. Are you saying we should do it next week?
Yeah.
Oh.
Isn't that when it goes up? Plus, spoiler alert, we got a Harry's ad. Harry's Razor Spot
Whoops.
next
We'll
week.
record it.
So you can look forward to that.
Wait, can we do a spot in a commentarium though? I guess it doesn't matter. We just do it right up top.
Yeah, I guess.
Okay. Well, we've picked a movie though.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, we talked about it, and I think it's gonna be the original Ghostbusters.
Yeah, and I haven't seen the original one. I've seen the second one, like, ad nauseum.
So you can almost do every line.
Yes, first one, though, I've only seen small handful of times and not for years and years.
Well, then I'm excited.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll have a special guest on. Maybe not. Maybe we'll just watch it and talk about it. So, guys, for those of you who would like to submit your own history roads, you can use the Gmail account, dynamicbanter@gmail.com, or you can just tweet at us. Well, I mean, you don't want to tweet a history road at us because that's too long. But if you want to tweet stuff at us, you can go to @dynamicbanter on Twitter and type us some stuff. And also, there's a Dynamic Banter subreddit. It's r/dynamicbanter.
We've heard shorter history roads, to be fair. I wouldn't suggest it, but I wouldn't
We wouldn't.
absolutely close the door on the Twitter history
Yeah,
road.
yeah. If you want to do a Twitter history road, you certainly can. Maybe we'll do one where we go through a bunch of quick ones. But this one comes from a man named Daniel. It's literally just Daniel. And Daniel says, I posted this on my Facebook and got some positive feedback. So I wanted to share it with you
Are
guys.
people running the history roads through the old...
They're like testing it out.
Yeah.
They're workshopping it.
Guys, I'm thinking about sending this to a weird podcast.
I'd like to workshop my history road. What do you guys think?
I'm going to open mic my history road.
All right. I'm ready to get started if you guys are.
100.
All right. Here we go. Here's a little story about what some might refer to as karma. I simply believe that not being an asshole on a regular basis will yield better results. Then again, maybe not. Maybe it's just a coincidence. So at the comic book, one word altogether per Stan Lee conventions, standing in line is not unusual. Also, for the most part, people that attend conventions, in my experience, are pretty nice for the most part. Especially as most of us just want to go have fun and be fans. Having something in common with 50,000 people will make running into likable characters a lot easier. I was feeling a bit sad. My last day, as I had missed my chance to get a guaranteed autograph from Todd McFarlane, co-founder of Image Comics and creator of Spawn and Venom, among a few other things. I was walking back to the autograph area just to have a look, and I saw a line by the signing area. I asked a guy in line, "Hey, what's this line for?" He scoffed and very rudely replied, "I don't know." I thought it was weird that he wouldn't know, but I just moved on and asked someone further back. It turns out it was a line to possibly get the autograph I wanted. Keep in mind, if that guy had told me what he knew, I would still have to go to the back of the line. He lost nothing by telling me why he was in line. Also, there's no way he did not know why he was in an autograph line. Regardless, it was still a long shot to get the last autograph I wanted. After an hour and a half of waiting in line, the management told us that Todd had to leave to catch a plane and could not sign any further. A few people walked away disappointed. One of those was that rude fella that withheld information from me. I stuck around as I figured I had nothing else to do and I would just watch Todd finish up. He would have to wave goodbye and then we would all leave. About 30 people or so are also stuck around just to say goodbye, me and wave. An unexpected turn of events. What I like to call the Comic-Con miracle. Todd asked all of us who remained there to line up, get a comic book ready, and he would walk by quickly and sing all of our stuff. Obviously, we were all elated. As I was leaving, I thought to myself, would anything have changed if that guy had been polite or at least showed some common decency? Who knows? But if karma's real and that was a bit of a reward to all those of us who waited around, then so be it. Just a small story to waste a bit of your time, but just remember to be nice to people. You may not get anything out of it. There may not be a reward. But putting positive vibes out into the world, that can't be a bad thing. And finally, stay classy. Planet Earth. Thanks for listening, guys. We'll see you next time when we do the commentarium on Ghostbusters.
Brought to you by Harry's Razor.
Goodbye, everybody.
Peace, guys.
That was a HeadGum podcast.